Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Singaporean Talks Money. And today I'd like to share a little about my salary and also how I save with a lower than average salary. So most recently I found a new job with a different job scope, though still within the same function, and would like to do some reflection on my short career journey so far. So I've been working for about 2 years since I first graduated from university. My starting salary was below average, as per the Sidley guide, which I'll put the link in the description below. University graduates' median salary ranges from 2,750 Sing dollars to about 5,200, depending on what you are studying. So my starting salary was 2,700 before CPF deduction. So at that time, I was glad to be able to find a job a few months before my official graduation, even though it was a contract role. Even right now, my current job is still a contract role. And at that time, being from a general arts degree, I knew finding a job would not be easy. So when I was given an opportunity, even though it was a short-term job, I decided to take it up. So after my contract ended, I was performing relatively well and was offered an extension with the pay rise. And that was definitely because there was no headcount for any permanent position. After staying a while, for about 2 years in the company, I realized that it was very difficult to turn perm, and they would just continue to extend my contract. Hence, I decided to go for another role. And during my 2 years with the company, there was an increment, and although not much, I was thankful for it. So I did also feel that I need a new environment to advance in my career and to look for something else while I'm young. So it took me quite a while to find a new job, and after a few interviews before I managed to secure another job. So let's talk about how I manage my money. So receiving a lower salary than my peers who either went into civil service or into technology roles, I felt the need to reduce my expenses in order to save more. I know comparing is really not the way to go, but in Singapore, it is not easy to not compare yourself with others. I've definitely learned to do things at my own pace and just manage my financials as per what it is and slowly build up on it. I knew all along that automation would be the way for me to build up my investment portfolio and also to increase my savings and emergency funds on the side. This would mean setting up standing instructions which can be easily set up in the account that receives your salary. So let's say you receive your salary on the 7th of every month. You can set up a set of standing instructions on the 10th of every month where it goes to an account that is not easily accessible. For example, a Singlife account or a Standard Chartered account, because there are lesser ATMs around and you will not withdraw as much. And this will be like your savings, and then you have another X amount to your parents for allowances, and then another X amount to another account for investing. This really helps reduce your mental capacity of having to physically manage the transferring of your money. Standing instructions can easily be found in the transfer tab if you use DBS or POSB iBanking. Otherwise, it should be somewhere in the website for internet banking. So on how to increase my salary. So besides learning how to manage your salary, I think most people would also agree that you will need to increase your income as well. So there are ways to increase your income, and a few ways is through negotiating with your current boss on a pay raise. But it will usually involve you listing out your current responsibilities and letting your boss know that you might take on additional workload or you hope to justify the pay raise through a certain project that you'll be taking up. Another way would be to change your job, where you will be able to ask for a higher pay, but it will definitely come with a change of environment and even job scope in some cases. So lastly would be to work on your side hustles. So most people would recommend increasing your main income and make that the aim, because you can definitely save more on a 6,000 salary compared to a 3,000 salary. This is also something that the Woke Salaryman advocates, and even in this podcast that they did, they mentioned that they would always tell someone to work to increase their income and also to find the supply and demand of the job market to position yourself with an advantage. So all in all, you also have to be rational and not pressure yourself too much. Know that to increase your income takes time, either because you need to take up additional learning or need the time to network and build up your work experiences. So side hustles are a huge thing in our generation. It seems like everyone has to have a side hustle. I don't think you necessarily need to have one if you are comfortable or even earning a lot with your main income and it's sufficient. Otherwise, you can always just work on your hobbies and just work on it besides it being a side hustle. For me, I actually started writing a blog as a record of my investment journey, and my portfolio has grown, though not as fast as I want it to. But I can still remember my first post about me investing using POSB Invest Saver. And those were times when I was still in school and had so much free time on hand. Thinking back, I should have really worked and saved much more. But definitely, right now it's to look ahead from now and see what I can be doing. So I'm glad I started investing early, and the blog really slowly managed to help me generate a small amount of revenue. And I think it kept me kind of going, seeing that people were willing to read my articles. And right now, I also like to create some YouTube videos just for being more interactive, and definitely increasing my main income is one of the main priorities now. I hope that you guys enjoy the content that I'm putting out, and the videos definitely are not high resolution, and neither does it have great effects, but I do try to make it as engaging as I can. And for now, I'm slowly adjusting into my new job, and I'm very happy to have you guys along on my financial journey. So if you do have any comments, any feedbacks, you can comment it down below. Otherwise, see you in my next episode. This has been Singaporean Talks Money. Thank you.